What if the healing your brain does at night actually begins the moment you sit down for breakfast, without a single pill? We're often told that the brain repairs itself while we sleep. And that's true. But there's an important piece most people never hear. Recovery doesn't happen just because you slept longer. It happens only if your brain had the right support to do that work. And that support comes from what you eat when you wake up. Your morning meal quietly prepares your brain for the repair work it does overnight. So it's not only about how many hours you sleep, it's about whether your brain had the nutrients it needed during those hours. Let me explain why this matters. A 2023 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that adults over 60 who eat a protein-rich, serotonin-supportive breakfast perform 23% better on memory tests than those who skip breakfast or rely on processed carbohydrates. That's nearly a quarter improvement in memory, simply by starting the day differently. Yet many of us still reach for toast and coffee. Or skip breakfast altogether. Without realizing we're withholding the very nutrients our brain is asking for after a long night of detox and reset. For more than 3 decades, I've worked with older adults to help them regain clarity, focus, and confidence in their thinking. And one thing has become very clear to me. The most overlooked key to brain healing isn't found in a pill bottle. It's found in the kitchen. You don't need expensive supplements, trendy breakfast bowls, or artificial brain drinks. What you need is real food. Simple food your body recognizes and your brain knows how to use. In today's video, I'm going to share 3 breakfast foods that do something very special. They gently wake up your memory in the morning. And support quiet brain repair during the night. And the best part? You likely already have them at home. If this is your first time here, welcome. This channel is called Vital Health, and every week we share science-based, practical ways to protect your brain, your vision, and your energy as you grow older, without confusion or exaggeration. If that matters to you, consider subscribing. It truly makes a difference. Now let's begin, because once you understand how these 3 foods work, you may never look at breakfast the same way again. Let's begin with a food that has been misunderstood for a very long time, the simple boiled egg. For years, eggs were unfairly blamed because of cholesterol. Many people were told to avoid them completely. But today, research tells a very different story. When eaten whole, especially with the yolk, boiled eggs are one of the most supportive foods for the aging brain. And the reason comes down to one powerful nutrient, choline. Choline helps your body produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that plays a major role in memory, attention, and mental flexibility. As we get older, acetylcholine levels naturally decline. That's often why people notice slower recall, word-finding difficulties, or that familiar, "it's on the tip of my tongue" feeling. Here's the encouraging part. One large egg provides about 147 milligrams of choline, close to 30% of what your body needs in a day. Starting your morning with 2 boiled eggs gives your brain the raw materials it needs to activate and communicate more efficiently. A long-term study from the University of Eastern Finland followed more than 2,500 adults between the ages of 55 and 75 for 6 years. Those who regularly consumed higher amounts of choline had a significantly lower risk of early cognitive decline and performed better on memory recall tests. Another study published in Nutrients in 2023 found that older adults who ate eggs 3 to 5 times a week showed faster reaction times and stronger short-term memory compared to those who avoided eggs entirely. Researchers noted that choline-rich foods may help slow age-related brain changes and support long-term cognitive strength. But eggs offer more than just choline. They are also a valuable source of vitamin B12, which protects the myelin sheath, the protective coating around your nerves that allows brain signals to travel quickly and clearly. Many older adults are unknowingly low in B12, which can lead to confusion, fatigue, and symptoms that resemble early memory loss. Eggs provide a form of B12 that is gentle on digestion and easier to absorb as the body ages. Egg yolks also contain vitamin D, which supports mood balance and healthy serotonin levels. This matters more than most people realize, because mood and memory are closely connected. A brain under emotional stress doesn't repair itself well. I once worked with a 76-year-old man who told me, "I read the same line over and over, and it just wouldn't stick." We added 2 boiled eggs to his breakfast every other day. A few weeks later, he smiled and said, "I don't just read better now, I think more clearly." That wasn't a coincidence. That was nutrition doing its job. Timing also matters. For brain support, eggs are best eaten within 2 hours of waking. This is when cortisol, your natural alertness hormone, rises. Pairing that moment with choline-rich foods helps signal the brain to function more efficiently during the day and repair more deeply during sleep. If cholesterol is a concern, current science is reassuring. A large 2021 review in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition examined 17 studies and found no meaningful link between moderate egg intake and heart disease in adults over 60. In contrast, the cognitive benefits were consistently positive. So here's a gentle place to start. 2 soft or hard-boiled eggs, lightly seasoned, paired with a few greens or a slice of whole grain toast. No frying. No heavy butter. Let the egg do what it does best. Your brain may feel the difference in the morning. But it's during the night, while you sleep, that the real repair begins. Because when your neurons are nourished at sunrise, they can rebuild more effectively by midnight. There's a reason so many cultures begin the day with something warm and gentle. It isn't just about comfort, it's about balance. Oat porridge may seem simple, but it's one of the most effective breakfasts for steady brain chemistry, calmer nerves, and better recovery while you sleep. Here's why it matters. Oats are rich in complex carbohydrates, which release glucose slowly into the bloodstream. This is exactly what the brain needs. Your brain runs on glucose, but it works best when that energy arrives gradually, without sharp spikes or sudden drops. A bowl of oats in the morning provides smooth, steady fuel for several hours. This helps prevent the mid-morning crashes many older adults experience, the lightheadedness, mental fog, or unexpected dips in mood and focus. But oats offer much more than stable energy. They are naturally high in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber known for reducing inflammation throughout the body, including the brain. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden drivers of cognitive decline, especially after age 65. A 2022 study published in Nutrients found that beta-glucan intake improved working memory and attention in older adults within just 8 weeks. Researchers linked these improvements to lower inflammation and better blood sugar regulation, both of which support the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. There's also a strong connection between oats and better sleep. A 2021 study in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease reported that diets rich in soluble fiber were associated with deeper sleep, longer restorative sleep cycles, and lower nighttime cortisol levels. This matters because deep sleep is when the brain performs its most important repair work, clearing waste proteins, strengthening memories, and restoring damaged neurons. Here's where timing becomes especially powerful. When you eat oats in the morning, you support the availability of tryptophan, an amino acid needed to produce serotonin. Serotonin helps you feel calm, focused, and emotionally steady during the day. Later, your body uses that same serotonin to make melatonin, the hormone that guides healthy sleep. So a bowl of porridge at 8 a.m. doesn't just help you feel balanced by mid-morning. It helps prepare your brain for deeper, more restful sleep that night. Oats also provide magnesium, a mineral essential for nerve function, stress regulation, and sleep quality. Many older adults are unknowingly low in magnesium, which can lead to restless sleep, mental fatigue, and poor concentration. In 2023, researchers at the University of Tokyo found that magnesium-rich breakfasts improved sleep onset, reduced nighttime waking, and enhanced short-term memory in adults over 60. All of this from a simple bowl of porridge. To get the most benefit, keep it simple. Choose rolled oats or steel-cut oats. Cook them with water or unsweetened almond milk. Add a pinch of cinnamon or a small sprinkle of ground flaxseed if you like. Avoid added sugars and flavored packets, they cancel out the very benefits your brain is waiting for. About half a cup of dry oats is enough. It digests slowly, keeps you satisfied, and sends a calming signal to your nervous system, not just for the morning, but well into the evening. You think more clearly. You sleep more deeply. And your brain wakes up refreshed, because it finally had the steady support it needed to rebuild. Simple. Effective. And already within reach. The banana is easy to overlook. It's simple, affordable, and always within reach. But this modest fruit may be one of the most effective supports for memory and sleep as we grow older. Its power comes from deep inside the brain's chemical system, where important messengers like serotonin, melatonin, and dopamine are made. And it all begins with one key building block, tryptophan. Bananas naturally contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to produce serotonin. Serotonin helps stabilize mood, sharpen focus, and support healthy memory formation. Later in the day, that same serotonin is converted into melatonin, the hormone that guides your sleep-wake rhythm and allows the brain to enter deep, restorative sleep. When tryptophan intake is low, which is common in older adults, serotonin levels can drop. This often shows up as low mood, irritability, mental fog, and restless or shallow sleep. And when sleep quality suffers, the brain's overnight cleaning system slows down. Waste products remain longer, and memory clarity declines. But something important happens when tryptophan is provided early in the day. A morning source of tryptophan creates a gentle chain reaction. Serotonin rises during the day, supporting emotional balance, focus, and healthier cortisol levels. Then, as evening arrives, that same pathway naturally supports melatonin production, without the need for sleep aids or supplements. A 2023 study from the University of Queensland found that older adults who consumed tryptophan-rich foods before midday reported better sleep quality and faster memory recall within just 4 weeks. Bananas offer another helpful advantage, vitamin B6. This vitamin is essential for converting tryptophan into usable serotonin. The form found in bananas is readily absorbed, making it especially gentle and effective for aging digestion. Bananas also provide magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that calm the nervous system and support relaxation. Together, they help reduce nighttime restlessness, ease muscle tension, and prepare the brain for deeper sleep. In a quiet way, bananas don't just relax the body. They signal the brain that it's safe to shift into repair mode. Timing matters here, too. Many people eat bananas as a midday snack or late in the evening. But when eaten in the morning, bananas help set the chemical foundation for better sleep later. That night. Here's a simple way to include them. Eat 1 medium banana within 2 hours of waking. Pair it with protein, such as a boiled egg or a small spoon of nut butter, to slow digestion and prevent blood sugar spikes. Choose bananas that are yellow with a few small brown spots. They're easier to digest and contain more beneficial antioxidants. Avoid very green bananas, which can cause bloating, and overly ripe ones that are too high in sugar. Just 1 banana in the morning, 3 to 5 times a week, can gently shift your sleep and memory rhythm. I once worked with a 71-year-old woman who told me, "I wake up tired, like my brain never truly rested." We added 1 banana to her morning routine. 2 weeks later, she said, "I sleep more deeply, and I actually feel awake when I open my eyes." That's what real nutrition does. It works quietly, with consistency. It doesn't force change. It simply gives your brain what it's been missing. So the next time you see a banana on your counter, don't dismiss it. It's more than just a fruit. It's a morning signal, a gentle trigger for memory, sleep, and repair. And your brain is paying attention now that you understand why these 3 foods matter, let's turn this knowledge into something simple you can actually use, starting tomorrow morning. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Creating a brain-friendly breakfast routine doesn't need to be complicated. In fact, it can be one of the easiest and most comforting habits you build. You don't need to eat all 3 foods every day. What matters is giving your brain variety in a steady, predictable rhythm. That's why I call this approach the 1-1-1 plan. 1 morning with boiled eggs. 1 morning with oat porridge. 1 morning with a banana, paired with a light protein like nut butter or yogurt. Then you simply repeat. This gentle rotation gives your brain a full range of nutrients without boredom, pressure, or overwhelm. Here's what that might look like in a real week. Monday, 2 boiled eggs, a few greens, and herbal tea. Tuesday, warm oat porridge with cinnamon and ground flaxseed. Wednesday, 1 ripe banana with a spoon of almond butter. Thursday, eggs again, maybe soft-boiled this time. Friday, oats again, with a few blueberries if you like. Saturday, banana paired with Greek yogurt. Sunday, your choice, repeat what made you feel your best. Try to eat within 2 hours of waking, when your brain is most open to nutritional signals. And keep it light. This isn't a heavy meal. It's fuel, clean, calming, and supportive. If you have diabetes, simply pay attention to how your body responds to oats or bananas. If cholesterol is a concern, there's no need to fear eggs, just stick with boiled or soft-cooked versions and avoid added fats. As always, work with your doctor when needed. What matters most is rhythm. Your brain loves rhythm. And when you create one in the morning, with food, timing, and intention, your brain follows that pattern quietly into the night. This is not a diet. It's not a cleanse. And it's not another rule you have to follow. It's a message you send to your body each morning. The message is simple. I want to remember more clearly. I want to sleep more deeply. I want to feel like myself again. And each time you follow this routine, that message becomes stronger, and your brain begins to listen. You don't need expensive powders. You don't need shelves full of supplements. You don't need a perfect diet or a complicated plan. You only need to start your day with intention. Because every morning, your brain quietly asks one question. Will today support recovery, or allow decline? And often, the answer comes before you've even brushed your teeth. It comes from what you place on your plate. A couple of boiled eggs. A warm bowl of oats. A ripe banana with nut butter. These aren't just breakfast choices. They are chemical signals, signals that tell your brain it is supported, nourished, and safe to heal. Not only during the day, but even more powerfully while you sleep. This routine won't change everything overnight. But over time, it can change how you think, how you sleep, and how you feel when you wake up. And that's where real recovery begins. If you've stayed with me until the end, thank you. It truly means something, because it shows you care about your mind, your future, and your health. If this video helped you, consider liking it or sharing it with someone you love. It may help them more than you realize. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you here. We're building a community of people who want to age with clarity, strength, and peace of mind. Leave a comment below if you've tried any of these breakfast ideas, or if you're ready to start tomorrow. Your brain is always listening. Let's give it something worth waking up for. Sunrise Brain.